Hey there, fellow time travelers. Remember those days when the world was simpler and the distant future was just a thrilling concept on a flickering TV screen? I've got a question for you. Did you ever watch that mesmerizing 1966 TV series, The Time Tunnel? The Time Tunnel, a show that whisked us away to different eras, filling our imaginations with wonder and excitement. As we journey back in time, I'd love to hear about your cherished memories of the series. What were your favorite moments? Which characters tugged at your heartstrings? And what mind-bending experiences did you have watching this timeless classic? Perhaps you cheered for Tony and Doug as they navigated the swirling vortex of time. Or maybe you secretly hoped for their safe return to the present day. Whatever your connection to the show, I'd love to hear it. So, take a trip down memory lane and share your adventures with the Time Tunnel. Let's relive those days when we were all a bit younger, and the idea of time travel was the most thrilling thing on TV. Now, let's dive into some fascinating random facts about the show that you might not know. The Time Tunnel, a classic TV series from 1966, was a science fiction adventure that captivated audiences with its imaginative concept. Created by Irwin Allen, the show followed the adventures of Dr. Tony Newman and Dr. Doug Phillips, played by James Darren, and Robert Colbert, who found themselves trapped in a malfunctioning time machine. Each episode saw them hurtling through different historical events, from ancient Rome to World War I, facing various challenges as they tried to return to their own time. The series' unique style combined historical drama with futuristic technology, offering a fascinating blend of past and future. The Time Tunnel left a lasting impact on popular culture by exploring the possibilities of time travel, and remains a beloved classic in the realm of science fiction television. It showcased the enduring fascination with the concept of time travel and the potential consequences of meddling with history, leaving a mark on the genre that endures to this day. In 1966 and 1967, The Time Tunnel was the most expensive TV show ever made by any studio. The production of this series took up 2 big sound stages at 20th Century Fox. It was a costly endeavor at the time. The show also had a unique structure. Each episode ended with a cliffhanger that led to the next one. This kept viewers engaged and curious about what would happen next. The final episode even had a cliffhanger that circled back to the start, creating a continuous loop of suspense. Unfortunately, I couldn't find enough information to confirm that Whit Bissell was in 2 adaptations of H.G. Wells' novel The Time Machine. However, it's worth noting that The Time Tunnel made a mark for its time and budget, making it a memorable part of television history. In 1966, following the cancellation of groundbreaking shows like The Twilight Zone and The Outer Limits, the small screen witnessed a surge in sci-fi and fantasy content. Among the wave of premieres that year was The Time Tunnel, a series that found itself in the company of other iconic shows like Star Trek, Batman, The Green Hornet, Ultraman, It's About Time, and Space Ghost. Unlike its counterparts, The Time Tunnel faced a unique challenge in its production. All outdoor scenes of the series were unmistakably shot in Southern California. This decision created a peculiar situation when the time-traveling protagonists found themselves in locations that lacked the region's characteristic dry climate. To mitigate the inconsistency, the show often shifted to a sound stage for areas where the environmental contrast would be glaringly apparent. Despite its promising premise, the Time Tunnel shared the fate of its temporal explorers, enduring a brief existence of just 1 season. This made it the shortest-lived among Irwin Allen's ventures into the realm of science fiction. In the world of time travel and interdimensional adventures, the Time Tunnel carved its niche in television history, standing as a testament to the sci-fi boom of 1966. From its unusual filming choices to its untimely demise, the series encapsulates a moment in the evolution of television, where ambitious concepts faced the harsh reality of network decisions. And so, in the vast landscape of TV history, the Time Tunnel remains a brief but notable blip, a warp in time that, despite its brevity, left an indelible mark on the genre. In 1966, the television series The Time Tunnel took audiences on a journey through the corridors of time. Created by Irwin Allen, the show followed the adventures of scientists Dr. Tony Newman and Dr. Doug Phillips, played by James Darren, and Robert Colbert, as they found themselves bouncing through different historical periods. One intriguing connection to another iconic series lies in John Zaremba's appearance in the Time Tunnel. Zaremba, known for his role in The Twilight Zone, starred in the episode titled No Time Like the Past. Here, he portrayed a scientist traveling back in time, setting the stage for his involvement in the time-traveling narrative of the Time Tunnel. In January 1967, a behind-the-scenes shift occurred as Robert Colbert's brother, Glenn Colbert, stepped into the role of Robert's stunt double. This change marked an interesting dynamic within the production team, showcasing the close ties that sometimes existed on the sets of these classic shows. Glenn took over from the series' stunt coordinator, Paul Stater, adding a familial touch to the show's stunt work. Notably, the Time Tunnel played with time not only in its narrative, but also in its setting. Airing in 1966 and 1967, the series used 1968 as the present year for Project TikTok. However, the show didn't limit itself to the confines of the late 60 seconds. In 1978, it ventured into a futuristic setting with episodes like The Time Tunnel, One Way to the Moon, and The Time Tunnel, Town of Terror. On the flip side, the series explored the past with episodes set in 1883, including The Time Tunnel, Crack of Doom, and The Time Tunnel, Raiders from Outer Space. The Time Tunnel captured the imagination of viewers with its blend of science fiction and historical exploration. Whether it was John Zaremba bridging the gap between the Twilight Zone and the Time Tunnel or the Colbert brothers sharing stunt duties, the series left its mark on the landscape of classic television. In the ever-shifting corridors of time, the Time Tunnel stands as a testament to the creativity of its era, weaving together science fiction, family ties, and historical intrigue. The Time Tunnel, Irwin Allen's brief but beloved sci-fi venture in the realm of 1966 TV series. The Time Tunnel stands as a unique creation in the portfolio of renowned producer Irwin Allen. Despite its short-lived presence on the screen, spanning just one season, it holds the distinct honor of being Allen's favorite show. The series, a sci-fi adventure that explored time travel, showcased Allen's penchant for ambitious storytelling. One notable aspect was the strategic use of stock footage from the 20th Century Fox film library. This resourceful approach allowed Allen to craft episodes against an epic backdrop, creating spectacles that surpassed the constraints of a typical television budget. The economic utilization of existing footage enabled Allen to infuse grandiosity into the narrative, presenting viewers with visual experiences that would have been otherwise unattainable. This cost-effective strategy became a signature feature of the Time Tunnel, demonstrating Allen's ingenuity in overcoming budgetary limitations. Adding a musical note to the series, the opening and closing themes were composed by none other than John Williams, credited under the name Johnny Williams. This collaboration with the acclaimed composer added a distinctive auditory dimension to the show, enhancing its overall appeal. Despite its brevity, the Time Tunnel left an indelible mark on the landscape of science fiction television. The fusion of Allen's creative vision, resourceful use of stock footage, and the musical touch of John Williams contributed to a series that transcended the temporal boundaries it explored. In the ever-expanding universe of television, the Time Tunnel remains a brief yet cherished chapter, encapsulating Irwin Allen's passion for storytelling against the backdrop of time. As we bid adieu to the enigmatic corridors of the Time Tunnel, let the echoes of 1966 resonate in the recesses of your memories. Like time travelers glimpsing snippets of the past, this series has woven its narrative threads through the fabric of our collective nostalgia. As you step away from the screen, take a moment to traverse the corridors of your own temporal recollections. Was it the mesmerizing blend of science fiction and adventure that etched itself into your consciousness, or perhaps the characters whose journeys mirrored the unpredictable nature of time itself? Now, I invite you to be the curator of your own temporal gallery. Share with us, fellow traveler, your cherished fragments of the Time Tunnel. What resonated with you? Which episode sparked a spark in your own timeline? Whether it's a poignant recollection or a ripple of laughter, let your memories converge with others in this shared chronicle. In the labyrinth of time, our individual experiences are the unique coordinates that chart our own personal time tunnels. So, illuminate the void with your anecdotes, insights, and reflections. Let the past and present entwine in this tapestry of shared moments. Thank you, fellow temporal wanderer, for embarking on this journey with us. Your presence has added another layer to the intricate tapestry of the Time Tunnel's legacy. Until we rendezvous in another era of shared exploration, may your memories be as timeless as the adventures we've traversed together, crafted through the echoes of time.